45 TV sports presentation. TV. The tournaments are a little different this year, but the hopes and dreams are just as real. The thrill, the drama.
Stops, shot, good! Game over!
The excitement, it's all still here. Stars will shine. Heroes will emerge.
That's a big shot.
The glory of winning a championship will be as meaningful as ever. Things are looking up, Minnesota. Enjoy the tournaments together.
Session 2 beginning here on the semifinal run. 6 games today. We've got 3 down, 3 to go. The first night will be the second of the Class 2A semifinals for the Girls State Basketball Tournament. New London Spicer, the Wildcats, taking on Providence Academy. They are the Lions. I'm Chris Long. This is Marissa Layton. You're watching 45 TV. Thanks so much for joining us. Marissa, this is going to be a fun one. You've got a Providence Academy team that's coming off a game a lot of people heard about in the quarterfinals. Gianna Neepkins from Duluth Marshall scored 67 points. Providence Academy finds a way to beat him in a high-scoring affair.
I'm excited to see Providence Academy play. This is a young team that doesn't have a ton of state tournament experience, and I think sometimes that can play to your advantage.
Madden Greenway, a 7th grader, had 32 points in that game. You're going to hear a lot about her tonight. On the other side, New London Spicer. This is a team that's very well tested. They're undefeated, 23-0 this year. In those 23 wins are 3 victories against teams that were in the other semifinal. Earlier today, we saw Albany and Glencoe Silver Lake play. They beat those teams 3 times. We see this team at state a lot. New London Spicer here is making their 19th state trip. This is a team we know very well.
Yeah, you know, New London Spicer has been here year after year after year. They've got 2 seniors, Mackenzie Rich and Emma Hansen. Look for them to lead the way tonight.
Coach Mike Dreyer, 43 years coaching this team, and he's won a couple state championships. They won in 97 and 2002, and they're going to look for another one. You see the teams coming out. Whoever wins this game will advance to play in the AA championship game against Albany. They got through Glencoe Silver Lake fairly decisively, 72-49 earlier today. After this game, we'll move into the 3A semifinals. Holy Angels and Marshall in that first game, and then Hill Murray and Becker at 9 o'clock. Kind of a cool thing here. Providence Academy, their starting lineup, they have a senior, a junior, a sophomore, a freshman, and a 7th grader. And New London Spicer, Marissa, the Rich sisters, 4 of them. Mackenzie, Courtney, Avery, and Dakota. What a great experience for those 4.
Absolutely. This is something that they're going to remember forever and talk about around the dinner table to themselves and their siblings and generations to come.
Who's going to join Albany in the championship game? We're going to find out. We'll send it down to Dave Giles to meet the Lions and the Wildcats.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to Target Center and to the 2021 Minnesota State High School Girls Basketball Tournament. This Class 2A semifinal game features the Section 3 champion with a record of 23-0, the Wildcats from New London Spicer High School. And the Section 5 champion with a record of 21-1, the Lions from Providence Academy, located in Plymouth. Now, let's meet the teams for this semifinal game. First, let's meet the visiting team, the New London Spicer Wildcats. Starting with the student managers, please welcome Miller Holland and student manager Brooke Edelman. Now the reserve players. Number 10, Nyla Johnson. Number 13, Avery Rich. Number 15, Izzy Schmiesing. Number 23, Dakota Rich. Number 25, Courtney Rich. Number 31, Ellie Hansen. Number 33, Zoe Arnold. Number 35, Grace DeShepper. Number 41, Ellery Peterson. Number 43, Kaylee Thorson. And number 51, Audrey Schneider. Now let's meet the starting lineup for the Wildcats. At guard, a 5'6" sophomore, number 11, Jaden Koran. At guard, 5'7" senior, number 20, Mackenzie Rich. At forward, a 5'8" senior, number 21, Emma Hansen. At forward, a 6' senior, number 42, Ava Kramer. And at center, a 6'2" senior, number 55, Erin Nisley. The Wildcats assistant coaches are Joey Dreyer and Margaret Essler. And the head coach of the New London Spicer Wildcats is Mike Dreyer. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Section 3 champions, the New London Spicer Wildcats. Now let's meet the home team for this semifinal game, the Providence Academy Lions. First, the student managers, Alyssa Condon and Kira Miller. Now the reserve players for the Lions. Number 1, Anna Olson. Number 2, Coraline Horstman. Number 5, Bridget Healy. Number 11, Shannon Healy. Number 12, Marie Hayda. Number 13, Tierney Denninson. Number 14, Inga Nelson. Number 15, Tess Clammer. Number 21, Bryn Perrell. Number 23, Ellie Millerburn. Number 24, Eleanor Young. Number 32, Allie Herlofsky. And number 33, Carissa Miller. Now let's meet the starting lineup for the Providence Academy Lions. At guard, a 5'5" freshman, number 3, Brooke Honecker. At guard, a 5'6" 7th grader, number 30, Madden Greenway. At guard, a 5'7" senior, number 34, Olivia Clammer. At forward, a 6' sophomore, number 41, Grace Counts. And at forward, a 5'11" junior, number 42, Maria Counts. The Lions assistant coaches are Mark Forbish and James Farina. And the head coach of the Providence Academy Lions is Connor Getz. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Section 5 champions, the Providence Academy Lions. The officials for this Class 2A semifinal game are Ashley Deisting, John Hodson, and Paul Storsveen.
It's experience versus youth as New London Spicer takes on Providence Academy in the second Class A semifinal. Here's our starting lineups brought to you by Education Minnesota, the voice for professional educators and students.
Well, I think the youth movement in girls basketball has been outstanding in this tournament and probably the past 5 tournaments. It's going to be fun to watch, but we know experience can win championships for you, so it's going to be a good balance here tonight to see the youthful energy and the experience of those senior players.
And as you heard from Chris, the starting lineup for Providence Academy does have a player representing each grade, except for 8th grade, from 7th through senior year.
Right, so nice balance there. I like it.
Almost time for tip here at Target Center. The Wildcats return their top 7 players from back-to-back tournaments, and they've been ranked number 1 for much of this season. But a quick start for Providence Academy. Excuse me, for New London Spicer, they will score first. It's Jaden Coring.
And, you know, New London Spicers should have a nice inside-outside game. Defensively, they're going to play some zone. It looks like they're in a zone right now.
Maria Counts with the ball in the paint. And it's going to be waved off for a travel.
Early jitters. Nothing new to the state tournament. You're going to see it first couple of minutes, just who can get settled in first.
Wildcats with it, looking to score again. This is Koran, not able to get that to fall as she attacked into the lane. It goes out of bounds. And to the Lions.
This Lions team has a lot of energy as far as players that can score, working the ball. They got their offense stretched way out.
From counts to counts, the sisters connecting for an easy 2.
Two players that will be critical in this game for Providence Academy are those Count sisters.
Mackenzie Rich looks inside, gets it to Erin Knisley, the leading scorer on this squad, and she gets the turnaround jump shot.
There's the 6'2" senior Knisley, who does a nice job of scoring inside.
And the first bucket from Madden Greenway, the 7th grader averaging 21 points per game. She had 32, 3, and 9 assists in the quarterfinals.
She's going to be a fun one to watch. She's an explosive young energy player.
Turnaround jump shot not there for Ava Kramer. Rebound stays here. Jaden Coran comes away with it. Driving is Mackenzie Rich. She's going to lose it, and they'll stay here though with the Wildcats. The keys to the game are brought to you by the Greater Twin Cities Honda Dealers, proud sponsor of Minnesota Youth Basketball.
For the Wildcats, use your experience and take advantage of their size. They have a nice advantage in there. And for Providence Academy, your offensive power is key. A lot of players who can score, and that youthful energy, use that to get everyone excited to get up and down the court.
Mackenzie Rich using a high screen. She has that shot blocked, I think, by Greenway, who is providing closeout defense. Maria Counts brings it over half court and into the hands of Greenway.
Wildcats are going to see if they can force the Lions to take outside shots.
They do, not successfully that time for their defense. It's Brooke Honecker, the freshman, lining one up.
Yeah, Honecker is a nice scorer. She can hit the three-point shot. Her coach says she has the green light at any time.
Third leading scorer on this team as a foul is called. And free throws coming up for Ava Kramer.
And Brooke Honecker is one of those young players that we were talking about, just a freshman, only 5'4", but boy, has a nice shot. Her big sister played on the team last year, Haley Honecker, and so they got some basketball running through their family as well.
First one is missed. It's a 4-point lead for Providence Academy. Coming into the game is Avery Rich for New London Spicer. And Kramer goes 1 for 2. Moving it around the perimeter is the Lions. Greenway gives it up, and that is stolen. Intercepted by the Wildcats. Mackenzie Rich has it. Rich gave a look inside. Almost a steal there. Honecker. And they come up empty on that possession. Here is Greenway driving inside. The floater just bounces out, and a rebound to Mackenzie Rich. Pull up at the free throw line is going to be left quite a bit short by Emma Hansen, coming off a 26-point performance. She's one of our players to watch.
And Emma Hansen is a 5'8" senior, and she has just played really great basketball in this tournament. 26 points in the quarters. She will be a key for this game. And Madden Greenway, we've been hearing a lot about her. She brings energy. She can score on the court. She's a youngster, but she has an amazing competitive desire out there, a dynamic scorer.
Players to watch brought to you by LIUNA, Minnesota's infrastructure union. Visit liunaminnesota.org. That doesn't go, and instead goes out of bounds, staying here with the Lions, the number 2 seed, part of the north part of the bracket.
Both teams not quite settled into this game yet.
Honecker takes it out. Madden Greenway, the 7th grader, helping to run this offense. Maria Counts. Lions being very patient against this zone. Cross-court pass, trying to get that defense moving. Maria Counts puts it on the ground. Almost stolen by Rich. Into the paint, sidestepping is Greenway, and she gets that to drop.
And that's one of the ways that you can break down that zone, is penetrate in between the seams there. Greenway does a great job of finding her space.
Mackenzie Rich misfires for three. Not able to save it out of bounds. It's Ava Kramer. So back to the Lions, who have a 5-point lead. Maria Counts looked at the high post, instead finds Honecker for another three. It's 13-5 Lions.
You gotta love the confidence that Brooke Honecker is showing early in this game. The freshman came ready to play.
Mackenzie Rich wanting to fire right back. She can't connect. Loose ball comes away to the Lions. Greenway, a nice crossover, drives and kicks to Maria Counts. Cross-court pass broken up and in the possession of the Wildcats.
See if the Wildcats can get something rolling here.
Emma Hansen has it. Now Avery Rich gonna go off the right dribble before going back out.
Wildcats having a hard time getting their post game rolling, and they do have some size in there.
That shot doesn't go by Erin Nisley, the tallest player on the floor at 6'2", leading scorer for this team as well this season at 15 per game. Into Avery Rich, a screen from Nisley into the paint. One more pass for three, off back iron, the attempt by Emma Hansen. The offensive rebound knocked out of bounds, but will stay right here with the Wildcats. Honecker dialing up more than 1 3. She's got 2 already to start for Providence Academy.
Minnesota Rusco now.
The tournaments on 45 TV are brought to you by the Greater Twin Cities Honda Dealers, proud sponsor of Minnesota Youth Basketball.
The new London Spicer Wildcats taking on Providence Academy. Today's closed captioning brought to you by Minnesota Touchstone Energy Cooperatives. Together we save. New London Spicer off to a 2 for 12 start from the field. As Nisley trying to go to work in the paint. And then asking for that ball right back. Rich will drive and turn it over. Maria Counts coming away with it. 1 on 3, so she's going to slow it back down.
Maria Counts does a nice job. Coach says sometimes she doesn't get as much credit as she deserves, but she's a very important part of this team.
Broken up, stolen. It is Avery Rich who can't finish on the fast break. And a rebound by Madden Greenway. Oh, excuse me, actually, Olivia Clammer.
Wildcats struggling, shooting 15% in this game.
Maria Counts to Grace Counts. That bounces out.
This is where I'd like to see New London Spicer just take some time on their offense and try to get something down to those post players, because I think that's where they're going to have to start to build and get their points.
Ava Kramer misses to get those high percentage opportunities for sure, as Madden Greenway, that would have been a special finish from one side of the basket to the other, but she can't complete that layup. Stolen, and an opportunity for Madden Greenway to finish. Maria Counts to the 7th grader.
Very nice. Nice turnover. Providence playing with a lot of energy, a lot of confidence early on in this game, up by 10.
Nisley, a simple turnaround jump shot, a good place to start.
There it is. That's what the 6'2" senior needs to do more of, and someone on New London Spicer needs to take the lead of this team, and Nisley could be that player.
In the middle of the paint, Maria Counts with the easy bucket.
Yeah, the Lions doing a nice job really reading the defense, kind of picking it apart, finding their open spaces.
Nicely calling for it, but that was knocked away, poked out of bounds by Maria Counts, who feels like she's just been everywhere.
Yeah, she has been hustling, doing her thing, trying to get that ball, but pass in. A little flick shot right down underneath to Ava Kramer. No, not Ava Kramer. She's on the Wildcats.
Maria Counts finishing that one.
Thank you.
10 minutes to go in this second half, or excuse me, in this first half. There, I'm misspeaking again, too. New into the game is Carissa Miller for Providence Academy, who had a terrific quarterfinal with 9 points and 6 rebounds, both far above her season averages. She's number 33 in blue. Three-point try is good. The first of the game for New London Spicer. It's Jaden Coray.
Nice to see the sophomore get involved in this game and get some offense rolling for the Wildcats.
Maria Counts, high arcing shot. Another beautiful swish that we've been treated to today.
Yes, that was a pretty shot. I like the sound.
A 9-point deficit for New London Spicer, almost stolen by Greenway. No one would have been back to stop her. Missed shot from the short corner. Cross-court pass. Brooke Henniker leaves that one short. She's got a couple threes. Came out really hot early on. Kramer posting up.
The man-to-man defense by the Lions has been good.
A 2-on-1. Miller tries to set herself, and she draws the foul. That's going to go on Avery Rich. Get meteorologist Ren Claire's forecast at an earlier time. Watch Eyewitness News at 9, weeknights at 9 on 45 TV. Another free throw coming up for Miller this season, averaging 3 points, 2 rebounds per game, but came up big when she knocks down that free throw. Providence Academy, as Chris talked about before the broadcast, a 3-point win, 94-91 in regulation, and even allowed a record, a turning record, 67 points to Gianna Neepkins of Duluth Marshall to be able to move on to this game.
Yeah, that's craziness.
That's the best way to put it.
Yes, you can score that in many points and not in move on. 94-91, it's exciting stuff.
New London Spicer beating Lake City 79-48 to advance here to Target Center.
Usually as you move on in these state tournament games, the scores get lower and lower because that defense gets so good and starts getting locked down. But periodically you'll get one of those high-scoring games.
Definitely something to watch. Not only to have a record, but to see the kind of pace of that game for sure. Stolen right along the baseline. Mackenzie Rich takes it back for New London Spicer. Down by 10. Rich off glass. That'll bounce out. And taken by Providence Academy. Greenway finds Grace Counts. And blocked.
Yep, they got a little clogged up there in the paint and got locked down. See if the Wildcats can take advantage.
There's Erin Nisley, who's working to post up now hard, and it looks like that was blocked, that attempt by Mackenzie Rich. Right back to the Lions. Carissa Miller gonna slow things down, can't step through, but might stay here.
Oh, no.
Greenway gonna take advantage of the confusion, and she works her way to the rim.
Bodies are flying. Greenway's a scoring.
And a turnover by the Wildcats.
The 7th graders up 2. She's going down to the ground, is able to finish her shot.
The way she was able to extend her 5'6" frame to maneuver like that and finish like that says a lot about a 7th grader.
Yes, exactly. I agree. And in talking to the assistant coaches and She's just a true competitor, and she's not shy at all when she's on that court.
Moving the ball up ahead. A strong finish by Jaden Coran as she goes all the way.
Yeah, the sophomores had a nice start to this game.
The Wildcats needing a stop here. They've been kind of trading baskets right around this 8 and 10 point deficit. Right from the free throw line. Henniker continues her strong start.
Yep. Yeah, she's starting out good, and she is going to be that player for them that's going to have a big, big night.
Oram picks up her dribble. Gets it away to Avery Rich. Rich stops on a dime, finds Nisley, and she is fouled by Maria Counts.
And that's what the Wildcats really need, if they can start trying to establish their inside game, because that's one thing they have. They have really nice post play. They usually have really nice inside-outside game, and I think there's plenty of time left in this game to get that rolling.
Nisley knocks down the first.
Number 15, back in for New London Spicer.
New into the game is he Schmeezing off the bench. She's replacing Jaden Coran. Grab it. And it'll stay here with the Wildcats. Nisley chasing it down nicely.
Yeah, you got to be ready. The Wildcats have to be ready because the Lions are coming at them defensively.
That was blocked. An attempt by Avery Rich. Starts a fast break. Greenway from the elbow. No. Avery Rich pushing it up the floor. Almost stolen. Mackenzie Rich for 3. No, it's going to be out of bounds. And a timeout called on the floor. It's a 24-13 lead. Brooke Honecker with a quick start for Providence Academy. Fan Cam is brought to you by Xfinity Mobile. Your wireless, your rules.
All right. Looks like we're on spring break.
Yes, I've enjoyed the different themes from every team that has come in through so far, but I do appreciate, again, the bucket hats, Leah. If you were not listening earlier in our first class 2A,
they're back.
They're making a comeback, and this is confirmed by how many we're seeing. But a great job by the students coming out here to support their fellow student athletes. That's going to be a turnover by Erin Nisley. Providence Academy off to a 10 for 18 start. Whereas New London Spicer shooting just 23% from the field, accounting for this 11-point deficit we're seeing. Brooke Honecker, a super hot start continues for the freshman.
And you always need someone in these big games to step up big. And right now for the Providence Academy Lions, it looks like it's going to be Brooke Honecker.
Shot off back rim by Hansen and put back in by Erin Nisley.
And that's exactly what the Wildcats need to do and do more of. If just keep going down low. They have the size, they have the strength.
Honecker looks into the post. Grace Counts looking for Greenway. It was poked away, but the 7th grader comes away with it. She'll throw up a 3, and it bounces out.
There's the pass down low. Yep, there it is.
Nisley loses it, gets it right back, and gets the easy score.
Yep, keep doing that until they can really shut it down, because that's how you're going to get easy points quickly.
Nisley is a double-double threat every time that she's on the floor, so it's positive for the Wildcats to see her getting more involved here.
Absolutely, because she was slowed down in the quarterfinals. They need her to be big here.
Greenway leaves up the floater just a bit short. Rich looking inside, knocked away from behind. A long NBA range 3 is going to drop for Mackenzie Rich.
And that is huge, because that should loosen things up a bit for the Wildcats. They're trying to go inside over and over. Now they got a big outside shot from Rich. Starting to work their way back in this game. It's just a 7-point game now.
Quick ball movement by the Lions. And you're right, just a couple possessions difference.
The Lions are just so speedy. They weave their way through defense as well. They play with a lot of energy, and they're good shooters.
Greenway will try the baseline this time. She has it taken away. Here's Avery Rich pushing it up the floor. Chance to continue to eat into this deficit. Rich will try again, and that one just hits the side of the iron.
Providence Academy, Carissa Miller, number 33.
Well, Mackenzie Rich hit a big one for New London Spicer. And it really, really matters because she's loosening things up from the outside when you can hit those big perimeter shots.
Grace Counts will spin, and a traveling violation.
Apparently the official didn't appreciate her spin move.
I did have an appreciation.
Exactly.
I do wonder about with the NBA three-pointer taped, if that would encourage more of these deep shots we've been seeing, or maybe
I think
just making you more aware of where you are on the floor. It's far.
Or if you are not actually sure, maybe you think that's your regular shot, three-point shot. I'm not sure, but I do notice in these games when they play on NBA courts that they do take a lot is from
that's
there.
interesting.
Yeah.
I trust your sample size of viewing,
Thank
so
you.
I can imagine that it would come up. Knisley is going to be at the line.
Shooting two.
And that's going to be 2 on Maria Counts with 2:22 left.
Yeah, so they're going to keep an eye on that for sure.
She's going to be staying in right now. Jaden Coran will come in to replace Avery Rich for the Wildcats. Knisley goes 0 for 2. She's a 61% shooter from the charity stripe this season. Honaker to Greenway to Counts to Miller. Lots of hands touching the ball.
Get their offense pushed way out onto the NBA three-point line.
Bullet inside from Maria Counts to Grace Counts. Maria, one dribble, pull up, too strong. Gets her own offensive rebound. It's blocked by Knisley. It's staying with the Lions.
They're getting second and third chances here.
Honaker for 3. Off the mark that time. Knisley pulled up the rebound, and Coran setting up this New London Spicer offense. Knisley, surrounded by 2 Lions, finds the cutting Coran. She can't finish. Knisley battling with Honaker, and it's a jump ball.
Possession of the Wildcats.
Well, the winner of this game is going to move on to play the Albany Huskies. A really dominating win we saw over Glencoe Silver Lake.
Another team that can score the ball quite well. Albany did a nice job winning that game 72-49.
Knisley has it taken away by Maria Counts. In the hands of Miller to the high post. Kicking it out. Honaker has another chance, and she will not connect. Rich dumping it into a cutting Knisley. The post running the floor. This time gathers herself. Can't quite get it. One more chance, but she is fouled.
The Lions are doing a good job of locking down the big players for the Wildcats. They're getting the ball. They're shooting over and over. They're trying to get inside. I don't know if they can do a little bit of high-low. Right now they've been just posting up on the blocks.
Mackenzie Rich is going to take a seat for the Wildcats. Into Coran. And then into the post. Ava Kramer, she'll get it right back. The short corner is good. It's a little shot from the block.
Yeah, nice little move. Nice shot by Kramer. Good pass from her teammate.
A 10-3 run for New London Spicer after they found themselves down by double digits, and they've cut that in half. Greenway finds space, pulls up from the free throw line, rebound to Avery Rich.
Well, the Lions' hot shooting has cooled down here. They were shooting up like 60% before, and now they're down to 40.
And New London Spicer continues to make trips to the foul line.
Yeah, and that's made all the difference in the world here as they're 8 seconds before they head into the locker room. I'm sure the Wildcats are pleased to be back in this thing.
And I should have pointed out our last trip that it was the third foul picked up by Maria Counts of Providence Academy. Is Kramer good on the first? .6 seconds left, so an opportunity for Greenway to try and set up a quality shot.
And get the last shot off here. They're going to need to move quickly.
Greenway, one dribble. It is left short. So after the first half, it is a 3-point game. Providence Academy led by double digits for a good portion of that first half, but the Wildcats worked right back.
Yeah, the Wildcats just struggled to shoot in the first half of that game, but boy, did they come alive, starting to go down low and then hitting some big three-pointers.
One more half to go to determine who will meet Albany in the Class 2A championship on Friday. Chris and Maria will have more coming up from the desk here at Target Center on 45 TV, and they'll break this all down.
Playing sports.
The tournaments on 45 TV are brought to you by Tria Orthopedics. For the athlete in all of us, there's Tria.
Providence Academy leading New London Spicer 27-24 in our second Class AA semifinal. The winner will advance to play Albany in the Class 2A state championship. Chris Long back here with you, along with Marissa Layton. Marissa, what did you think on that first half? Boy, just two totally different. It was almost as if we played quarters. Providence Academy dominated the first quarter. New London Spicer dominated the second quarter.
Yeah, you know, I think New London Spicer looked a little bit shocked by the intensity of Providence Academy's defense in those first couple of minutes. Then they started to settle in. You could see them start to work their post game, and that resulted in them getting some points on the board.
New London Spicer coach Mike Dreyer mentioned in the pregame 43 years. You have said his defense over those 43 years has not changed much. You know what they're going to do, but it's still incredibly effective.
He has ran a 2-3 zone since I played against him, and we struggled against it back then. So he is confident in that zone, and I don't think you're going to see him switch out of it in the second half. So Providence Academy has to find a way to score against it.
It was interesting. New London Spicer missed 12 of their first 13 shots, and Providence Academy missed 10 of their last 11. What do you attribute to that? It's the defense, as you just said, didn't change. It was just a matter of, was it simple as players hitting shots at one point and not at another?
You know, I think sometimes when the game gets going, I think Providence Academy started out on that offensive run, and then I think sometimes when there's a timeout or a media timeout, you kind of go, we're in the state tournament, and those nerves start to tighten up a little bit. Those shots start to fall a little bit short. Providence Academy is young. They don't have a ton of experience, and I think that might have been a factor late in the first half.
And impressive so far, Brooke Honecker hitting all those threes for Providence Academy. We hear so much about Madden Greenway doing what she's doing as a seventh grader, scoring as many points as she does, but we're seeing this is a very deep team, Providence Academy.
It is a deep team. They kept bringing people off the bench that look confident in scoring. This is a relatively low-scoring half, I think, for both teams, so it'll be interesting to see how these coaches make adjustments in the second half.
Yeah, Providence Academy scored 94 in winning your state quarterfinal. They've only got 27 tonight, but so far it's enough. They're up 3. Halftime will continue from Target Center after this.
At the heart of a community.
New London Spicer got in a hole early off the bench. Marissa Jayden Coran trying to shoot them back into it.
Yeah, again, I think that it took them a couple minutes to adjust to the intensity of Providence Academy's defense, but once they did, you started to see them hit some shots like they did there.
Mackenzie Rich going to hit the 3 coming up here in a moment as they finish the half on an absolute torrid pace. They scored 11-0 run in the last 5 minutes. As for Providence Academy, they got out to that big lead. Brooke Honecker, she was hitting everything she shot.
Yeah, against New London Spicer's 2-3 zone, you either have to find a way to get between it, like Madison Greenway did here, or you've got to hit those three-pointers.
Kind of balanced scoring so far across the roster. The stats are brought to you by Xfinity Sports Zone, the ultimate hub for all things sports. You see 28% shooting for New London Spicer. As cold as they were early, that ended up not being a bad number.
Yeah, I think Coach Mike Dreyer's probably talking to them in the locker room about better shot selection and being confident when the ball goes up.
All right, looked like New London Spicer might have trouble getting back into this, but they pulled closer. Only down 3. The second half's coming up next on 45 TV.
Look at you, no break.
The tournaments on 45 TV are brought to you by your local Holiday Station stores.
New London Spicer once trailed by as many as 14 points, but just a 3-point game at the half. The winner of this one moving on to take on Albany in the Class 2A state championship on Friday. Sloan Martin, Leah B. Olson along with you here at Target Center. It will be Providence Academy basketball right out of halftime. Leading the way for them, Brooke Honecker with 14 points. The freshman had a very strong first half.
Which is exciting for the Lions, but I think they have to think about how they're going to get Maria Counts and Grace Counts back into this game and see if Madden Greenway can get some scoring from them. What Brooke Honecker has done has been outstanding. They're going to need more than that. But that first half of basketball, they showed that they can weave their way through this zone defense and score.
And that's a perfect example right there from Grace Counts, powering her way through 2 defenders.
And the Wildcats are proving that they're coming back to life here with a nice shooting percentage, way to get to the basket.
Jaden Coran, starting guard for this Wildcats team, and #1 seed in this 2A bracket. Maria Counts hands it right off to her sister Grace Counts. She misfires.
Shooting just a little bit tentative there. It's a good look, though.
Coran picks up her dribble. That's going to open up a look for Emma Hansen. Long rebound taken by the 7th grader Greenway.
Yeah, she is a competitor, that's for sure. She's like, I'll take that ball from you.
Greenway puts that one up, and that's the thing you hear over and over when it comes to her. And her father, Chad Greenway, the Vikings' 2-time Pro Bowl linebacker, and her mother Jenny also competed at track and field in Iowa, so you can see the influence of both of those playing into how she approaches the game.
I understand that the mom is supposed to get most of the credit for her.
That's right.
We're going to give moms credit, yep.
She was an athlete too, even if she didn't play on Sundays.
Exactly.
Greenway pushing the ball up ahead after that defensive stop, and she throws it out of bounds. Looking into the high post, down into Knisley, who got things going in the second part of the first half, and here she will go to the free throw line.
Yep, she's working her way back in this game, and you can just feel the confidence coming to the Wildcats as they're starting to get their big players involved in this game, get the post players rolling. They have nice guard play, and they have good post players, and now it's starting to come together.
She will drain the first. Knisley up to 10 points and a double-double. And the senior recovering well after she was held to 5 points in a big win over Lake City in their quarterfinals.
Yeah, she's an important player for them. She averages 15 points, 9 boards on the season, so they need her on that court, rebounding that ball, scoring the ball.
Grace spins in the lane again, can't get it to go. Pushing it is Rich, and she has got the and one.
I like it. I like the pace. I like that she pushed it there and was willing to take it to the basket. She's moving. She's confident. Mackenzie Rich uses her body, doesn't go to the ground, just nice aggressive play.
A timeout called on the floor. Right before Rich goes to the line to try and complete that three-point play called by the Lions. And the Lions have seen what was once a 14-point lead now completely evaporated.
Yeah, and that's kind of the ebb and flow of how these games can go during the tournament. And you got the sense, though, that the Wildcats never really thought they were out of it, even though they were down by a lot. And I think that is because they come in here with a lot of experience. They have the seniors, that 4 seniors who start, the 7 returners. You know, it's just a team that knows they can dig themselves out of a hole. Not that you want to do that, but that you can.
Family fun goes back to the 80s on 45 TV with the Goldbergs. Watch 5 nights a week at 6 and 6:30 on 45 TV. So one free throw coming up here for Mackenzie Rich, the senior who's on the team with her 3 other sisters. Mackenzie, the oldest, the senior Courtney, the junior Avery in 10th grade, and Dakota in 8th grade, all on the same squad. And she does complete the three-point play. Lots of ball movement for Providence Academy. Honaker even thought about another 3. Difficult shot for Greenway, doesn't fall, and chasing down the rebound for New London Spicer. Emma Hansen has that taken away. Grace Counts up ahead to Greenway, going 1-on-2, splitting defenders, and that goes off back iron. Rebound it to Coran.
No one can get anything to fall in this one. Defense is getting people turned over, but the offense can't score it on the other end.
Hansen gets it to Coran, taking her time now. High post. Good look, but not finished by Ava Kramer, and it will go back to Providence Academy. It's Mike Dreyer, the winningest coach in girls basketball history in Minnesota. In fact, he's been the winningest coach with that record for about 25 years now. So he's built up quite a lot of wins over his 43 years.
Legendary.
Maria Counts will knock down the jump shot from the free throw line.
Yeah, that's big for the Lions to get her rolling in this game.
It has the feeling like it's kind of a new ball game with it being tied here again. We saw a couple swings in that first half, but feeling evenly matched in the second. Into Nisley, who's too strong on the turnaround.
Yep, they're still struggling a bit down there, trying to get that ball into the post because the defense is leaning right on them, so they're being disrupted every time they get the ball.
Greenway almost lost it. Long 2 for Honaker.
She is something special.
And a timeout on the floor. Honaker is all the way up to 16 points, normally averaging 12 per game, had 8 in the quarterfinals, but she feels unstoppable as New London Spicer calls timeout.
And that's what you need. You know, we talk about in these games who's going to be one of those players that can pull you up, that can make you get to that next level. And in this game, it's Brooke Honaker. And she's just feeling confident. She felt confident from the very get-go, taking big shots, big three-pointers. And look at how pretty that shot is. The follow-through, the swish, and then the mid-range game. She's got a little bit of something. I'm sure Big Sis is watching her. I believe Haley's over at St. Thomas, I believe. Very nice.
She would have been in this tournament last year. That was abruptly halted, so it must be fun to see her sister involved here with a chance to move on to the state title game.
Absolutely.
Avery Rich to Mackenzie Rich down in the post to Nisley. She gets her own offensive rebound, blocked by Grace Counts. sisters providing a very strong offensive presence, Maria and Grace. Maria gets it over to Grace, who will drive along the baseline, back to Maria. And she can't convert. The other Grace, the other Counts, back to Maria. And they can't convert in the paint with multiple attempts.
Yeah, both sides having problems in the paint. It's not been easy down there.
And a long, I guess it is a three. I was thinking it's a long two because my mind has adjusted now to the NBA three because we've seen so many of them. So that is on a three-pointer for Rich, and New London Spicer giving them back the lead. From the high post, Maria counts. Greenway, the floater, left short. And Honecker, the way she's played, really picking up where Greenway has not been scoring as much as that three off the mark. Rebound to Maria counts. Greenway fouled.
Got a little frustrated there. There's the ball movement. And Mackenzie Rich. Outside of that three-point line. Not quite on the NBA line, but right in between the two. Nice looking shot. And the bench supporting their teammate. Love it.
They've seen their teammates on the floor working back from a 14-point deficit as Greenway. No good on the first. She's a 72% foul shooter this season. Already owns the single season assist record for Providence Academy, again as a 7th grader. Back to a tie game. Avery Rich just loses it right out of bounds.
Yep, just kind of forced it in.
Counts over to Greenway. Grace Counts will kick it back out. Greenway for three, knocks it down.
Things could get dangerous here if the youngins start taking over with their three-point shooting and their big shots.
She is up to double figures, also 3 rebounds and 3 assists. That doesn't go by Ava Kramer. Offensive rebound by Nisley. And secured by Maria Counts. Greenway will slow things down. She's going to pull up for the mid-range J, and she is feeling it for the Lions.
Yeah, you can tell she's in this game now. She just took a minute to get comfortable, but boy, has she gotten comfortable.
New London Spicer forced to call a timeout as Providence Academy builds the lead back up to 5. And the 7th grader, the leading scorer with 21 points per game, and getting her team back on track.
You guys, my toughest
game summary is brought to you by Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results.
New London Spicer seeing Erin Nisley having a nice game, 11 points. I think the senior will do even more here. And for Providence Academy, it has been Brooke Honecker to kick things off with 16 points. And the 7th grader was watching the freshman, and Madden Greenway said, I want to get involved in that too.
Yeah, just the youngsters really pulling things through here for Providence Academy. And Nisley, who you also mentioned, with 14 rebounds as well. A big presence at 6'2" for the Wildcats. Into Coran. New London Spicer trying to get back from a deficit once more. They took the lead after once trailing by 14. Earlier in this second half, lob inside, stolen by Maria Counts, who has been fantastic on both sides of the ball. Greenway, the floater drops in. She scored 7 in a row, and that ate into this 10-3 run that was happening. Greenway once more splitting 3 defenders and draws the foul.
We're really starting to see just how athletic. Oh,
Dad's happy.
Greenway. just how athletic this Providence Academy Lions team is, and it's just causing a lot of issues for the Wildcats. You know, the Wildcats are solid in what they do and sitting in their zone defense, but this young team for the Lions, they're athletic and they're quick and feisty.
Nisley misfires. Offensive rebound. Coran can't convert. Nicely right there. Can't get it. One more try, and there she nets it.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to see more Nicely as this game moves on, and I think the Wildcats have to have her be aggressive for the next 10 minutes.
Counts kicks out from the high post. Greenway, the long two, hits back iron. Coran to Emma Hansen. Hansen will pull up. A difficult shot. She was on the run. Not there either for Ava Kramer. Maria Counts sets a screen for Greenway, and she almost completes that way. Another timeout called by Mike Dreyer. And New London Spicer, his team trailing 41-36. Is this an important time for the Wildcats, making sure they don't want to get this lead too large again like they found themselves in the first half?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's important. They've kind of established themselves out here. They got their shooting percentage up, and we're seeing that the big players have gotten more aggressive, and I think that's really going to be the key for the Wildcats. They have to stay aggressive because the Lions are just coming at them. They're turning them over. They're getting into the paint. And the three-point shooting has been really fun to watch in this game. The Lions getting big shots from all over the place. And the Wildcats,
There's 8 combined between these two teams, whether it was Rich, Honecker, or Greenway. All of them getting involved from beyond the arc, and as we've learned, even from NBA range too. Not the first one today we've seen.
Not at all. Won't be the last.
A 5-point deficit for New London Spicer. The more experienced of these two squads, but both teams making back-to-back trips to the state tournament. Avery Rich, they bring Nicely away from the basket. She finds Ava Kramer.
Nowhere to go.
Mackenzie Rich to Kramer. Avery Rich in a tough spot.
Yeah, they're just having a hard time in the paint. The defense of the Lions is good.
Another NBA range 3 from Mackenzie Rich goes out of bounds into the Lions. Honecker looks to Maria Counts. Back to the high post. They really work through her. She dumps it down to Sister Grace for an easy 2.
Yeah, they're feeling really confident working within that zone defense, and they're just kind of picking it apart.
Rich, very nice pull-up to get free and to knock it down in the paint.
Yeah, that's a big, big shot right there.
A 5-point game once again. Miller. A driving kick to Greenway. Grace Counts to Maria Counts. Spinning in front of the rim and a nice little jump goal.
Yeah, I like what Maria Counts is doing in this game because she's getting the ball to the people who need the ball, and then she's willing to take good shots like that inside the paint.
Not able to save it from going out of bounds, but great effort by Counts there.
Trusting your teammate, working the ball around and passing that ball. Look at that, sharing the rock, looking for the best shot.
I like that from Grace Counts too, because she got the ball high and she kept the ball high, because they have that advantage with 2 of those posts right in their front court. Mackenzie Rich able to net that, and it's back to a 5-point game. That was stolen away.
Uh-oh.
save from going out of bounds. No, not quite. Instead, it will be a turnover for New London Spicer. Mackenzie Rich is subbed out for Jaden Coran. Greenway evaluating the defense. High post again from Maria Counts, spinning the opposite direction. A nice jump shot.
Yeah, Maria Counts has taken advantage of the defense that they're playing. She's like, give me the ball at the high post. I'll either pass it out to someone cutting or I'm going to take the shot.
Nicely posting up hard. Coran will drive and pass it out to Avery Rich. That will go out of bounds, looking for Kramer. Someone is going to take the ball out. There we go.
Yep.
Emma Hansen gets it in to Coran and then goes to post up and taken away by Miller right before Coran reestablishes possession.
Good post defense.
Greenway, Madden Greenway, trying to go one-on-one from behind. She is fouled on the ground. It's going to go against Jaden Coran. Second team foul against New London Spicer. Coming in for the Wildcats, Izzy Schmeezing.
13 Avery Rich back in for New London Spicer.
To the short corner, Grace Counts. Greenway kisses it high off glass to finish.
Well, now she's finding other options for herself, different ways to score.
Coran looking into the post, but Maria Counts making it difficult.
You gotta clear too many players over there. You got to clear some space for the big players.
In the corner, it's Coran. 6 minutes to go in this Class 2A semifinal. Kramer posting up hard, and it's going to be a foul against Grace Counts, being a little too physical into the back.
Yeah, I was watching that. I was keeping an eye on that, and it was getting physical down there. It was good defense, but just got a little too physical. But the youngins, Greenway says, I want to get to the basket, and I want to score like Brooke Honeker's been doing. It's been a fun one.
The play of the game brought to you by Minnesota Resco since 1955.
5'6", 7th grader Madden Greenway has made her way to the basket. She has 16 points in this game by being scrappy, using her body well, using her strength, laying it in. It's fun to see the youth movement that's happening in girls basketball. Young players who are coming in just have put in a tremendous amount of work already in the 7th grade.
She's tied for a game high with 16 points in this one, and she's scored, as you saw in that layup, in really every possible way. Mid-range, long-range, attacking like that. Ball goes out of bounds, and the other direction to the Lions. They've worked it back up to a 9-point lead, and possibly a tee or a warning, perhaps. It was a warning against New London Spicer. So not a tee, just a warning.
We like a warning.
Yes, I need some warning if anything
Exactly.
dramatic like that happens. Cross-court pass, Honeker. Oh, that was not close that time. But she has been very strong today. 16 points, tied with the 7th grader Greenway for that game-high lead in points. Kramer, that drop step is good.
Yeah, there you go. That's a nice little drop step, as you said. Big, strong move to the basket.
Greenway Maria counts. Oh, and a turnover. Avery Rich, it's 2-on-1. Emma Hansen can't convert in a rebound to Olivia Clammer.
Yeah, that's frustrating. Nice open look off of the defense.
Especially when they had that player advantage too. Maria Counts will kick it out to Honecker. A quick closeout there. High post again. Looking down to Grace Counts, placed perfectly for 2.
We're starting to see all of the things that the Lions can do. It's an inside-outside game.
I'm just going to say, Leah, you know, the posts know how to do a post pass, and we're seeing that between the Count sisters for sure.
Yes, you know where you like it. You know which hand you want it to. It's
back to Providence Academy basketball, and Maria Counts is scoring in the paint once more.
Yeah, she's running a clinic.
Not just with her scoring, but with her passing as well. Avery Ridge can't get that to go, and through the legs of Nisley and picked up by Greenway. Extending the defense and committing a foul is Mackenzie Rich.
Nice little turnaround move there by Kramer. This is what they do so well with their big post players. Nice kiss off the glass. But then on the other end, Counts. That one is Grace Counts.
Timeout on the floor, 3:29 left. It's a 9-point lead for Providence Academy. The Lions have led by as many as 14, that coming in the first half. And here's a look on the sidelines right now is Mike Dreyer in his 43rd year. And you look at how winning he has been in his career. At the winningest list, how many more he has than number 2.
Yeah, it's something special. It's crazy to see that number, 965, and think what he has done to establish that, to get that done, the hours in the gym, the commitment, the time. It's a pretty amazing and impressive coach he is.
I think we need to take advantage of the times that we do see him on the sideline, because it is such a long and historic career in Minnesota girls basketball. Still having an effect on that community and the development of so many excellent players.
You do get spoiled. You get so used to it.
That's right.
So you're right. We have to appreciate greatness when we're seeing it.
Foul going against Emma Hansen of the Wildcats. That's the 4th team foul for New London Spicer.
4th team foul of the Wildcats.
Greenway has that poked away, gets it right back. Counts dumping it down low. Good effort by Hansen to break it up and force the turnover.
Yeah, like that energy out of the Wildcats. We didn't see that necessarily in the first half of this game.
We have seen them come back. In this one, still seeing that strong effort as Hansen drives and floats it up and in.
Still very much in this game. 3 minutes left, and this thing could go either way.
Clammer in a little bit of trouble. A jump ball, arrow the other direction. And I think an important possession for New London Spicer.
Absolutely. I think you're exactly right. And I think they have to take their time right now. I feel like their offense is flowing a lot better. They're scoring without thinking. They're being more aggressive in attacking the basket.
Avery Rich guarded by Honecker. Could have been an open look there by Mackenzie.
Here it is.
Look at the free throw line. Doesn't fall for Kramer. And they can't get the offensive board. Maria to Grace Counts. That's left short. Diving for the rebound. Multiple players. Great effort by Nisley. She pulls up her 6'2" frame. Rich to Hansen into the post. Kramer pulls up her dribble. Gets it to Rich, and she drains the 3 late. It is just a 4-point game.
Mackenzie Rich, that's a big shot for the Wildcats and critical points.
Greenway quickly gets that one away, misses the mark.
Good
Down
defense.
low, Grace counts. It will finish with the contact.
Yeah, the Count sisters have just been outstanding in the paint, right in the middle.
Avery Rich gets all the way, and it falls off the front of the rim and going the other direction. New London.
I was just going to say time to tick in here, so we're going to need to see a little more aggressiveness from the Wildcats, and it looks like they're going to give some full court pressure.
See Schmeezing checking in for Emma Hansen. Madden Greenway has no trouble with that full court pressure. 1:10 left. Maria Counts draws the foul.
She's good movement. You know, Maria Counts does a nice job of moving without the basketball to get herself in positioning to take that shot.
Counts drops that one in. And Emma Hansen comes right back in. Free throw to make it a 7-point game. Rebound to Kramer, and she gets it away. Rich hands it off to Avery Rich. Short corner to Nisley. Poked away. Oh, and staying with New London Spicer.
I need to shoot this ball here.
Hansen for three. She's got it. That was NBA range again for the Wildcats in a huge bucket with 43 seconds left.
Yeah, well, they're not going to quit on this game, the Wildcats, and they're playing hard right down to the last 43 seconds. But look at this shot. It is behind the NBA line. She got set, took it.
There's just something about this Wildcat team where this whole second half, I've never felt like they have been taken out of this game, even being down by double digits, getting down by 9 again pretty late, because they can hit shots like that.
Well, and you could see that, I think Providence just kind of knocked them down a little bit at the start of this game, and I think they were just a little bit overwhelmed by them, and Marissa talked about that at halftime, just how feisty they were. They were coming at them, and Providence really was kind of figuring them out, but then they gathered themselves like the team that we knew they could be, came back out and showed how good they can be. And I just felt like they've been a lot more aggressive in the second half.
New London Spicer undefeated this season at 23-0 as an entire program, won 51 of their last 53 games, but their season on the line. Providence Academy is looking to return to the state title game. And they are reviewing the clock at this point, it looks like. When exactly the timeout was called. By the way, timeouts, 3 for Providence Academy, 1 for New London Spicer.
Maybe a little time did tick. There's the timeout.
Are we talking tenths of a second difference? A second, perhaps?
Yeah, who actually sees it? He's seeing him call it. Yeah.
Well, important to get this right in just a 2-possession game. With 43 seconds to go. The winner of this one will move on to meet the Albany Huskies.
Okay.
Well, I think, Sloan, both of these teams have been really true to who they are. As you know, the New London Spicer came in here, and they've showed us that they got that great zone defense, and they showed us that they have great post players, and they could also hit from outside. And Providence Academy is just young and feisty, and then those Count sisters are smart, and they dish the ball well. And that's who both of these teams have been all season.
I don't think there was a change.
All right.
43.3 seconds to go, a 2-possession ball game. Seventh grader Madden Greenway working to bring it up the floor along with Olivia Clammer.
Oh, it's a turnover.
Immediately thrown away, stolen by Knisley.
You gotta go. They gotta be aggressive here and shoot the basketball.
Avery Rich is stripped, gets it back. 23 seconds left, and she has 2 free throws coming up.
She has a chance to get within 2 here.
Very important free throws for the sophomore, shooting 68% from the charity stripe this season.
Call a timeout, perhaps. They're gonna let it go.
Providence Academy with 3 left. And she goes 2 for 2. Big free throws for the sophomore.
Got to go for him quick.
Almost stolen.
Oh, they got the steal. They got the steal.
One more steal, Avery Rich. And there's a whistle. And it looks like a timeout, knowing how important this possession is. But how about the Wildcats with those turnovers?
Yeah, that was impressive right there. I mean, again, talk about a team that hasn't quit on this game at all, as they're slowly working their way back into that game, but their defense.
That is credit to New London Spicer. And that is their final timeout. 13.5 seconds left. Putting it a lot on this to potentially give them the last shot. We'll have 2 more games coming your way, 6 total here on 45 TV. The 3A tournament continues with the semifinals, Holy Angels versus Marshall and Hill Murray versus Becker. I heard Rachel Banham earlier today saying she feels like she likes that Becker team and how they play.
Likes their energy. She said she saw them last year and they were her favorite team. I think this is probably the toughest bracket to come through as far as all those 3A teams bring in a lot of talent, but they're all kind of the same level of teams. So I think it's going to be a great bracket.
It's Wildcat basketball, an opportunity to take the final shot to tie or to win. Which one do you go for?
Oh, I go to win.
Avery Rich. Mackenzie Rich.
He's going to win.
It's blocked. Blocked by Grace Count, and a foul is going against Ava Kramer. A huge defensive stop.
Wow. I'll tell you what, the Count sisters have been outstanding, but this is the big play, the biggest play of the game, and it's long arms. And it's a block that came really at the best moment.
The way she stayed with it, too, because Rich jabbed one way and came back, and she still got a hand on it.
And was very cognizant of not following, how she was using her body, hand was outstretched. Just really solid D.
You talked about the Count sisters' IQ, I think has been absolutely on display in this game, from passing, from maneuvering in the paint to plays like that defensively.
Yeah, I feel like they kind of hold this Providence team together with just kind of their cool collectiveness, how they play the game. The youngsters are running, they're having big shots, and they're making it fun. And Maria Counts and Grace Counts came in and they made great passes, great team plays. I just thought they were outstanding.
And clearly New London Spicer was looking for the win on that play, setting up
I like that.
Mackenzie Rich with a 3, and she was beyond that NBA range, but she was obviously very closely contested.
Yeah, I'm not mad about them looking for that, going for the win. I would have done the same thing. Mackenzie Rich is a great option. She's a great player. And you want the hands in your seniors, and you want the ball in your seniors' hands.
3.8 seconds left. Providence Academy with it. In ball to Grace Counts, and she is fouled. And that will put them over the limit. So 1-1 right here. 4 counts and an opportunity really to secure this. No timeouts for the Wildcats. And a big make.
Still one possession game. You make it a 2.
And that's why that one is so huge. A 4-point contest. And that will do it. The Class A championship game is set. Class 2A championship game is set. Albany versus Providence Academy. We have had 3 out of the 4 first games today decided by a combined 6 points.
We have watched a great ball game here, and I have to say to the New London Spicer Wildcats, they showed us some great basketball today and showed us a lot of heart, staying in this game from the very end, and came close to getting it themselves. But hats off to Providence, who came in here with a lot of energy, a lot of youth, and it was fun to watch them.
The player of the game is brought to you by Preferred One. Achieve your best health with Preferred One health plans.
April the 9th at 3 p.m. It will be the Albany Huskies and the Providence Academy Lions for the Class 2A State Championship. Again,
Madden Greenway exiting along with Providence Academy, and there it is, Brooke Honecker.
Yeah, Brooke Honecker deserves to be player of the game because she got them in the flow. She got them rolling with her big 3-pointers. 16 points, 36 minutes she played in this game, and the freshman showed us just how good she can be, and they relied on her, but she really got the momentum going for Providence.
We will move on to the 3A bracket for the rest of the night. We'll send it back to the desk for more content coming up here on 45 TV, but an excellent win by Providence Academy. They move on to the Class 2A championship game.
Look at you. No.
The tournaments on 45 TV are brought to you by Friends and Bank and Trust. Real people, real results.
New London Spikes 54, Providence Academy 58. The Lions advance to the Class AA championship game. They will play Albany coming up Friday for the state champion. Chris Long here along with Marissa. Kate, Marissa, what do you think about that one?
You know, that was back and forth in those last couple of minutes. We weren't sure who was going to win the game. It was really whoever had the last shot, I think, we thought was going to win the game. Hats off to Providence Academy for hanging in there and getting the victory.
And we talked about Madden Greenway kind of getting a lot of the publicity, being so good as a 7th grade, but we really did see the depth of that team. The Count sisters down the stretch were huge.
They did. You know, they weren't as obvious with their scoring as Madden Greenway was, but I think they were the key to the second half and the win for this school.
Let's take a look at the highlights and show you how we got to Providence Academy advancing to the Class AA state championship game. And this really was back and forth. New London Spicer came out quick, but yeah, I mean, there's Grace Counts inside. And then we come back, Mackenzie Rich shooting her team back into the game.
Yeah, we talked a lot about that New London Spicer 2-3 zone, and it looks like they found a way, Providence Academy found a way to score, and then New London Spicer just wouldn't go away. They kept finding a way to score in that second half.
They took a 2-point lead at one point, and then Providence Academy stretched their lead back out again. Maria counts with the bucket. There's Madden Greenway with the basket as they stretched it out a little bit, and really then it became, we were sort of waiting. Whoever has the ball last is going to have a chance to win the game.
Yeah, and you know, Maria Counts actually played the majority of that second half with 4 fouls, and so I thought she had a really great, solid second half for her team.
And then just everybody getting dirty here to get the ball free. And just the deep threes just kept coming. That one from Emma Hansen. And then here, down 2, a chance to win it. And it's the block by Grace Counts. I mean, sometimes the score sheet just going to show up as one block in the score sheet. That won them the game.
Yeah, it absolutely did. And again, I think Providence Academy tightened up their defense those last couple possessions, and it paid off for them.
All right, the Statistics All Tournament Long brought to you by Xfinity Sports Zone, the ultimate hub for all things sports.
You know, I think the thing that stands out to me is field goals, right? New London Spicer can't feel good about shooting 31% from the field. It's really hard to win a basketball game when you shoot 31% and your opponent shoots almost 50%.
Brooke Honecker so good from three-point range. She was the player of the game, 16 points. Madden Greenway also 16. How about both of the Count sisters? Grace, 10 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. And Maria, 15 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. No bragging rights at the dinner table this week as they discuss who helped most getting them to the championship.
Total team effort for Providence Academy tonight.
Providence Academy beats New London Spicer 58-54. As I said, they're going to play Albany Friday at 3 o'clock for the AA championship. So the championship matchups are set up in the girls' side for Class A and AA. Tonight, we're going to settle the 3A semifinals. Holy Angels and Marshalls coming up next. Then the nightcap of our 6 games here at Target Center. Hill Murray and Becker, that'll be at 9 o'clock. So congratulations to the Lions. Good luck on Friday. We'll see you guys after a very short break here for the Class 3A Girls State Semifinals.
Hi, I'm Charlie.
With so much changing every day.